Good morning, good afternoon and good evening. Welcome to you all as we now enter the fourth round of the RLH GT Sport LMP1 season. Today we are racing around the notorious track which has held many a Grand Prix in F1, many an endurance race, many races in general. It's the Autodromo, I have no clue, I'm just going to call it Interlagos for the sake of it. We all know it's a Brazilian Grand Prix in F1 or Interlagos. People, I believe that, yeah, this is already on their qualifying lap, as I forgot to start recording in time, but we're here now and no one's set a lap, so I call this an epic dub in my books. But everyone now just started to finish their first lap, then we'll go on board with a second lap from one of the top drivers in the league. Phil, obviously having the best number in the game, what an absolute legend with his Goodyear livery in his LMP1 car. Then the Motus 1 team up to line for Phil. Will he take provisional pole? No, Short beats him by 5/10 of a second, beats him 3/10 very quickly by Schmidt. And now everyone's times are rolling in, and now next person to really cross the line is Timmy the Turtle, followed by after that Alex McMine. But first up to the line, Timmy the Turtle goes, I believe, I don't know where he went, P7, and it's Alex went P6 there, and everyone really now funneling in their times. Bogorovsky up to the line as Black Mamba sets a lap time of 23, Bogorovsky sets a 22, and we've still got the likes of Fretty to finish his lap, set a valid lap time, and there's other people yet to finish. And where's the 15th? The 15th person just completely left the session. I have a feeling, if I'm not mistaken, that could be a bit of Philip. Because when is it not Philip, to be fair? As now people have done their first little venture around the track, and we can get back onto some racing. Then Bogorovsky coming through now, through towards the middle sector, the horseshoe as I would call it. A very hard piece of track to really get underneath and make sure you get the most out of it, because you have to drift out wide to get the best line back into the corner. But I'll quickly have a look, making sure this is all good on the YouTube, making sure that nothing else is completely failing me right now. I'll just have a look, excuse me for a second, as we see Bogorovsky riding, we're riding on board with Bogorovsky right now, as I have no clue how to say that, Tyus, hello. I don't know Matthias, but if that's Tyus, hello, how you doing, mate, how you doing? As Bogorovsky up to the line, will he be able to improve? He does improve up into P9, as the likes of Schmidt still in that P1, beaten by RLH Wesley, as we just come to mention it. And Jaden Chat goes to 27, really off the pace at the moment. And Nico at the moment 12 seconds off. I have a feeling only he goes up into P13. Fretty not being able to set a competitive lap time for his standard at the moment, so he's going to have to go around again. As that fuel burns off, there'll be a better idea of Fretty's pace compared to everyone else's. We know he's quick in this league. We know he's won races before, but can he win today? It's a question that needs to be decided yet. But the RLH admin at the moment flying through the corners. No bias here in the RLH world, as Fretty's just flying around at whatever speed he wants to be doing. So many cars out tonight. I'm happy to say that. Look at that. There's a full-on train there. Short at the front of that train, followed by, I have no clue, to be fair. As at the moment we see Short as Timmy in the Turtle goes as a Foster, as Short is purple on his lap time, so that'll be interesting to see. Is Fretty going to be purple? That is a question. Up to line for the driver of the Toyota. He comes up to the line and he goes P6. Wesley, does he improve? But Wesley does not improve. Likes of Short, what can he do in his roll center racing Brabham style car? A very nice star. I've got the photo of the Brabham on my wall. It's a very nice car, and I'm liking the livery to go with that, as at the moment in P4 at the moment, coming around to finish the lap, then coming through the final corner, Jin Xiao, and then it's just a runner back up to the line for RLH Short 77. What will he be able to produce? We know he's capable of getting a top 3 but can he do it today? He's got no one behind him really, no one really in front of him. He's got a clean track. Will he have a clean lap, a good lap up to line? He will not improve, and it's going to be 3/10 of his fastest lap time so far, as now the tyres are getting a bit worn, and I expect a few drivers will be coming into the pits to change those tyres and not refuel whatsoever in the slightest. But who's that? Who's that? We can see Aries Umbra, a name that we haven't mentioned, coming into the pits now. A good first run there, beating the likes of Phil, and putting himself into P7 at the moment. A good lap from the Englishman, from the Britishman, whatever you want to call him, but not a bad lap from him, as Bogorovsky goes even quicker with a 21.8. I have no clue where that puts him. I think that puts him, where does that even put him? I can't even see. 21.8, he puts him 13th for the moment, with Nika down in the last placing at the moment, as Bogorovsky now taking that last place, as Nika does improve to be only 2.4 off the lead. Let's have a look at how far James Jackson behind. 1.8. So the mid pack is very close. So the top 8 are separated by 1 second only, which is really good to see. As now Phil comes up towards the final corner, then Jung Shao, and then the rise up the hill. We may get a bit of a slipstream actually from the car ahead. I'm not sure particularly who it is ahead of him, but he pulls into the pits. There may be a tiny bit of slipstream on offer for the Englishman up the line. He does not improve though. I have a feeling tyres will be getting old at this stage. As you can see, he's racing super softs down the bottom left hand corner of the screen, getting a bit worn for wear, as you could say. But guys, if you are watching the stream, who is your prediction to maybe take home the win today? As you got to put the likes of Wesley up there, you got to put Schmidt, Short, Bruma, Fretti, all the people I know who are very good. He's also a very good shout as well, the Dutchman in P3 at the moment, in his jumbo looking livery. I always say it, as it's a livery that really does stand out. But Wesley up to line, close to getting a slipstream, and I believe he's about to just start a lap, I believe, as yes he is, that's the lap he's about to start. This is 19.4 a quiz lap, as Nika, I believe, gets himself off the bottom. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think he does get himself on the bottom. I'm not too sure at the moment. Yeah, because Bogorovsky's now at the bottom. So everyone getting a bit tighter as they continue to do more laps. They have more of an understanding of the track, and they're able to get a bit closer together between the pack then. So the whole pack at the moment is separated by 2.5 seconds basically. Not too bad to separate 14 drivers by, with varying levels of skill, varying levels of practice. I can tell you that Wesley's probably an absolute sweat. Nah, I'm kidding. But some people definitely play this game more than others. And LR Yogurt now at the top of the leaderboards. The Flying Dutchman. So it's a Dutch 1-2 right now, with LR Yogurt right at the top of the table in that Audi, as he's just gone to set a 19.1. And Philip has joined the room, but is it too late? I don't believe he can just hop in the session. As Aries Umbra just goes quicker up into P4. Good lap from him, only 5/10 now. Almost 6/10 actually off of pole position. So, likes of RLH Short, what can he do? He's down in 6th at the moment. He won't be liking that one. As RLH Wesley goes this as an 18.9. He breaks the 19 barrier and hits himself an 18.926. Something that's going to have to be broken a lot. I've now thinking of around, I think it was Canada 2017. Of when at the top it was just Vettel and Hamilton, and then there was around a 6/10 gap to anyone else. At the moment we see a 5/10 gap, so at the moment the Dutchmans are in a league of their own, as Philip looks like he won't be racing tonight then, as RLH Wesley will not be improving this lap, as he's got a little bit of a penalty to deal with coming through towards the horseshoe. Let's have a look. LR Yogurt for the final time. I don't know how many times more he's going to pit, but I assume he's just going to put some new tyres on and trying to go for a faster lap, and that's GR Bruma going into P3. A good lap from him. Schmidt heads into the pits, and that is RLH Short. We said he needed to reply, and he has replied. 6/10 off though anyone else. So this is the thing. They just need to make sure they can really hop up the tables, because 6/10. These guys won't be liking a 6/10 gap to pole position. They want to be closer than that, because otherwise they know that the likes of Wesley does have that advantage on them, not only in track position but in pace as well. They want to be up in that pace. They want to be testing the track limits to their absolute max. I believe Yoga has just pulled out just behind Shaw, which could be good in terms of slipstream for the Dots driver then. So now going to the back of the grid, let's have a look at some of the names at the back. So Nika still down in P13 at the moment, just circulating around the track, hoping to improve on his lap time. Let's have a look at his tyres at the moment. They're quite new tyres. I believe he may have just started a lap actually. Yeah, he's just about equaling his time at the moment. So any little improvement will really benefit for the Toyota driver of the Finnish nationality. So now Gio Nika with a bit of a carbon fibre Finnish design with Gorana Racing on the side, doing a very nice livery. His short goes even quicker. He gets himself within 3/10 of LR Yoga. Actually, no, is that 3/10 of the lead? Actually, yes, 3.5 tenths of RLH Wesley, and only a tenth of Yoga. So Short is improving, and I did mention Phil for a second there. Phil gets himself up into P7, a second off the lead though, so he does need to improve it just a bit more to get himself maybe skyrocketed. Biggest shock so far as he just moves up. I was about to say biggest shock so far being RLH Fretty down in 8th, but as he says that, he's just shut me completely up and got himself up into P4. Good lap from the driver of the Toyota, now flying down towards turn number 4, then Desiga Delago. Looks like there's a bit of a congestion up at the horseshoe at the moment, with RLH Short being right in the middle of it all. As Nika does go quicker, does that? He gets him up into P12, so now he overtakes Tim in the Turtles that time, so a good one from him. But anyway, now these guys with only 6 minutes left will be putting on their tyres for the last time of the session, and will be looking for the fastest laps to basically finish the session now, as Schmidt gets himself right back into the action, only 0.013 off of LR Yoga. That is a good lap. So now the Roll Centre boys are really getting into action now. It's only 2/10 off Wesley. 2/10 can easily be gained in little time, as someone's just commented, Philip, someone went more in my game. What a shame. Is that Wesley improving once again? Yes, it is. Wesley has just gone and said, you know what, you're closer to me. You know what, who cares? Let's just build out that lead anymore. And Bogorowski does go quicker. Does that get him off the bottom? No, it doesn't at the moment. As Nika goes even quicker, he's now zooming up that table. Only a 10th out to Black Mamba, and he'll be inside the top 10. A good rate, good lap from him. And then can he get up to Alex McMahon territory? 2 seconds off. Nika 2.3. You only need to gain 3/10. A good lap there, a clean lap there, could really put him in the rankings for a good position in qualifier to get him a good start. As Boomer now goes to 19.4 to get him up into P6. Only a 10th off of RLH Fretty ahead. But now coming through the next few corners, GR Boomer really just flat out, just making sure he can get the most out of those tyres. Lenny, you're having a stroke there. I'm not having a stroke. What are you saying? Am I having a stroke? I'm just... yeah, okay, a mild one, but not a massive one, okay? I've just got back to school. I just need to have a bit of a recollection. But anyway, now coming to the last 4 minutes of the session. As you can see, I assume all the tyres are quite new, as you can see in the top left, as people are now pitting as well. No one's tyres are old, and everyone will be on their final runs now, and if not, heading into the pits for their final runs. But now up to line, this is a slicey bit of Schmidt. What can he do up to line? Can he improve on his lap time? He does not this time round, but just behind now, I'm not sure who that is. That is Phil McConaughey coming up into P7. A good lap from him. Followed by Short, I do believe. Yes, it is Short. He's just going through turn at number 1 then. So now Wesley, followed by Yogurt. Can Yogurt get himself a faster lap time than that? He's 4/10 off Wesley. And Schmidt is very close behind. And then Aries Umbra getting up there now into P7. A good lap from him, only 8/10 off, as Wesley as well as Fretty head into the pits for the last time. But anyway, Yogurt followed by, so it's at the moment it's RLH Wesley, followed by Yogurt, followed by Schmidt, followed by Short, followed by Fretty, followed by Broomer, followed by Aries Umbra. Then is Phil McConaughey, or as Barlos loves to call him, a bit of Phil Macanacci, and Alex McMine, and then Black Mamba at the moment holding out that 10th position at the moment. Will he be able to improve this time around? He will not. He's probably got 2 laps to go, seeing if he can improve. Has he just set a lap, or is this just started a lap? He has just set a lap, but he's 2/10 off, I do believe. As Wesley now coming out of the pits. Yogurt as well. What can he do? Can he, by any chance, hop himself into a better position? Now coming around the final few corners then. He's holding it in 5th gear for a long time, but this may help him. We need to see. Up to line for Yogurt. He goes pole by 1/100th of a second. A good lap by him, but can Wesley beat that? It's only it's 100th. 100th of a second. So Wesley just needs to break a bit later to one corner. He's got it, but what a lap by Yogurt. The Dutch is absolutely ruling the world at the moment. Who else can reply? Can Fretty do anything to get himself any higher? Not this lap, he's got another lap to do something. Broomer, what can he do? He's still on his lap, he's at the horseshoe. Jaden Jack, what can he do? Alex McMine, can he hop himself up to a higher position? Jaden Jack got himself into the top 10 as Alex McMine is now holding out the top 10 then. P11 at the moment, Black Mamba, what can he do? He's coming up to line 2. Can he improve by any stretch of the imagination? Timmy the Turtle, 5/10 off Nicker. Can he get anywhere closer to him? Not this time around. He's got one more lap to do it though. Black Mamba up to line. Can he take back that 10th position that he lost? Not this time. So now we have to look who's the next to cross the line. It's going to be GR Broomer. He's got one more lap after this, but can he do anything this time round? He does. He goes up into P5 by 300ths of a second. Who else needs to improve? Let's have a look at LR Jorgen. Will he improve once again? Maybe make that gap a bit bigger. He will not. He's got one more lap to do stuff though. He can still reply. Where's Wesley? Can he reply to this? He's got 27 seconds, so he'll have another lap. If he hasn't got him in in him this lap time round, then up to line for RLH Wesley. Can he beat LR Jorgen's time? Not this time round. So he's got one more time lap to go and try and just boost it round as RLH Fretty goes up into P5, and Jorgen still has a lap as well. Remember that, as Jorgen has slowed down, so that is the end of his session. He may be out of fuel, but can Wesley challenge his Dutch compatriot? He's got a bit of slipstream from the car's ahead. Schmidt as well, as Nicker goes quicker as well. It's looking good for the Finn as he helps himself up into P12. Then Bogorovsky, can he improve? No, he doesn't. He stays at the back of the grid. Timmy the Turtle up to line. Can he improve from his P13? Not this time round, as a checkered flag has been waving for some time now. And I'm not sure who that is up to line. I'm sorry, I can't see. This is not what I want. No. If someone improves now, this is going to be absolutely shocking. Wesley, still on that though. Schmidt improves up into P3. A good lap from him to try and, I don't know, just try and disfigure things. So at the moment, roll centre 3-4. But we need to have a look at Wesley. As RLH Shaw, look at that. How has he got between that gap? He's 0.003 off of LR Jorgen. Can Wesley do anything? He's got the slipstream he needs. Can he just go and boost it away from anyone else? Up to line, he doesn't improve. The top 3 are separated by 100th of a second. What the heck? That just shows how close RLH is, doesn't it? But anyway, these cars now lining up. I'm not sure how it's really done, but it looks like 5 red lights on the dial. I'm not sure when it goes green, but it looks like 5 red lights right now, and it's lights out and away we go for the drivers. RLH Shaw looks like he's got a better start. Yes, he has a much better start than LR. You'll get up ahead. So down into turn 1 now, and at the moment, oh, it's 3 wide. It's so close up in the front, and now look at that. RLH Wesley on the inside has taken that P1. Followed by, I don't even know the way, Shaw and Jorgen's really gone down at the moment, and we need to ride on board with Wesley at the moment. Wesley gets that P1 down into the Retro's Imposter as now, Interlagos even, sorry, as now Shaw in P2, and look how many penalties there are straight away. Lots of contact in behind. Shaw has got a 3.6 second penalty. He's tried to make his way through and must have had contact in some kind as he drifts through the next few corners. That's really going to hurt him through the next few parts of the track, because he's going to have to slow down at some point to allow that penalty to dissipate then. And you'll get the big loser so far. Aries Umbra up in position. Fair play to him. And at the moment, who's the biggest loser out of all this? Is Bogorovsky at the back. Already 9 seconds off the lead then. Timmy the Turtle in P13. James Shack in P12. P11 Black Mamba. And I've accidentally pressed a button I shouldn't have. But anyway, RLH Wesley up at the top. Followed by RLH Shaw. He won't probably try and move, as he knows he's got that penalty, which is, he just doesn't want to battle. He just needs to make sure he gets rid of that penalty as soon as possible. Then look at that, already down to, he's lost a second of that penalty just through that corner alone, and he's only lost about, I don't know, a tenth of a second. So a good way to dissipate your penalty there from Shaw. He's thought about that tactically, and will Fretty be able to pounce at any stretch of the imagination? Not at the moment, but he does go purple, as I expect everyone does as well through this first sector. Bruma at the moment down in P number 6, or also, as we may call him, GR Burma, to really get underneath his skin. But Bruma now coming round towards around turn 6 and 7 and turn 8 as well. I believe it's turn, I have no clue, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, turn 6, 7 I believe this is turn 8 of Pinorinio, and then through the next 3 corners as well. It's looking tight up at the front, and I wouldn't expect it to be any different in RLH. So now coming through the next few corners, everyone just flying through it. Ridiculous speeds in these LMP1 cars. I have no clue how many laps they're going to be able to do, but it's going to be a lot, isn't it, in this allotted time? It's going to be around 25 at least, flying through towards the next lap then, to start lap number 3 for these drivers. Phil looking up for a move on Alex McMine. Here we go then. Will he pull to the inside, to the outside? He's going to pull to the inside. Will this be a done deal? Move down into turn 1, and they go side by side. Phil's broke a bit later. Alex trying to turn in on Phil. He's going to have the inside for turn 2, and Alex keeps that position for now, but he's got a 3-second time penalty for that contact, pushing Phil to the inside. You can see why the GT Sport game gave that to him. He will not be happy in the slice. He's going to have to back off by 3 seconds to get anywhere back into this race. But anyway, now RLH Wesley getting already a second lead here. Short in behind has made that penalty go down to 0.8. That is some very strategical ways of dissipating the penalty then. Fretty in P3. Oh, look at that. Jorgen looking aggressive. I saw that for a second. I'm not sure if Jorgen's made a move. He's gone down the inside. Look at that. I'm not really sure what happened there. Can I replay that? Let's have a look at this replay then of LR Jorgen. So riding on board with Jorgen then. So he's just got onto the curb and down the inside he goes. A good move by him. He does have a bit of contact with Fretty though. That could have a bit of an argument with the stewards maybe later on. But Fretty only losing 0.5 of a second there it may not be worth it for him as he comes into the next lap of this race then. So RLH Wesley at the moment looking on for a good result. The Dutchman followed by an Englishman. It's Dutch, English at the moment, the top 4. Followed by a Swiss of GR Bruma, of the country next to India, GR Burma. As Aries Umbra finishing the English 2-4-6 at the moment. 2-4-6. Who do we appreciate? Not the king, but RLH Wesley at the moment, it seems. But now, just look at the track map at the top. Everyone's just so close together still at the moment. It shows how many good battles there are at the moment. As at the back, can we see any good battles happening? As I heard a lot of tyres squealing up ahead, and yes, that's the reason why Black Mamba's off. That is some dramatic. Black Mamba just losing it completely. That's right on board with the driver. He's just completely gone wide there. He's hit the grass and he's been spun on his own accord. No helpings there, and he's just done that all on his own. So Black Mamba now down in P13, 24 seconds off the lead. As now over the top you can see cars passing. What's happened to Schmidt? I completely lost what happened to Schmidt in all of that. Looks like he's had a very, very poor very, very poor start to the race. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to recover. I see someone though running off wide. That's Bogorovsky at the back. He won't be happy in the slice. He may have got pushed off. Let's have a look very quickly as well. Let's have a look at a replay or two. Let's have a look at this. Does he just run deep? He does just run deep. Leaves it too late on the brakes, and he's that's just inconsistency there on the way up to that running wide, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, coming through the next few corners then for these drivers, it looks like at the moment I see a little battle. It's about a second actually, so not really anything developing at the moment, but I will keep an eye on these gaps at the moment. The smallest gap at the moment, I believe, is between Bruma and Fretty. Might as well be called brothers at this rate. I'd think of them as brothers. They always talk in a pie. I don't see them when they don't talk into a pie. And GR Bruma now coming through towards the next few corners then. He's come back from Brazil a few weeks back, so he'll be relishing at the fact that he can race at his home Grand Prix, even though it's a Swiss flag. He is half Brazilian as well, so he'll be loving this. As you can see on his little winglets at the side of his car, you can see the Brazilian flag flying high. Not really flying, as it's just decal, but we'll just leave it at that. I really hope it's not decal. I believe it's decal. I'm just saying it in the American way because I'm cool like that, you know, and I watch American TV shows. But anyway, enough about my life. RLH Short has been able to only drop off 1.6 seconds with a 3-second penalty. Fair play to the Roll Centre Racing driver. Then the other Roll Centre Racing driver down in P12. He's going to have to pull off a master strategy to get anywhere back into this race. I'm not sure what happened. Sadly, I didn't catch what happened to the Roll Centre driver down in P12. He's 5 seconds of anyone at the moment. Timmy the Turtle 5 seconds up the road, and I assume within a few laps, considering his lap times being around a 120, Timmy the Turtle's being a 122. Within 2-3 laps, Timmy the Turtle will be caught by Schmidt and eventually passed as well then. But looks like at the moment LR Yogurt is starting a bit of a train at the moment. The Dutch train has begun. The first real train of the race after everyone's initially just dissipated, passed away. The concertina effect has occurred, and everyone bunched up, and now everyone's falling a bit apart, falling a bit away from each other, as LR Yogurt has a bit of a squirmy moment out of turn number 2 then, as into turn 3 he goes. He may have lost a bit of speed, but he still keeps holding on to that position, even though he was around 4 tenths down in that first sector alone. Then meanwhile Fretty is pushing on and trying to put the Dutch lad under a bit of pressure then. So now running through the next few corners is the Toyota driver. What can he do? What can we see from him? We've seen him win races with strategy before. Can anything happen today? Again, 6 seconds of the lead. I have a feeling at this point strategy may come into it a lot, as already it's almost beginning to act like it could be Wesley's or Short's really to win at the moment, with a 2.5 second gap between these two, and then a further 3 seconds down to this little train of Yogurt, then Fretty, then Bruma. So we've still got this British 246 going on, and Nika up into P8, holding on to this train. Looks like consistency is key for the Finnish lad. And looks like Aries Umbra already pulling into the pits. Look at that. People already in the pit lane. Bruma, Nika and Aries Umbra after only 10 minutes of racing. So Nika out of the pits now, and I expect Yeah, we can see Arizona and also Bruma further down the pit lane then. So these guys probably looking for about a free stop then. My maths is correct, I believe. So they'll be doing one stop at 20 and then one stop at 10. So a free stop strategy. Could that be on? So Nika just pops out behind Jaden Shack. That will be something he's not too pleased about, as that's going to be another move he's going to have to negotiate. Jaden Shack does run wide, but so does Nika. So he's not going to have to. Oh, look at that. That could be around the outside for Nika there. As both of them do have penalties. Round the outside Nika goes. And I believe Jaden Shack may have just moved out of that. I don't think he really wanted to fight with Nika there, knowing that he was a pit stop down. He just wanted to go on with his own races. Knows that Nika on fresher tyres will be around a second quicker a lap. So there's no real point fighting if there's no battle fighting for, if you get what I mean. If you catch the drift that Mr. Spagarino over here is trying to emit. But RLH Wesley, our race leader, is now in the pits. Out of the pits he now comes. And where will he pop out? He'll pop out just behind Short, but will it be ahead or behind of Yogurt? I believe he's just going to head out ahead of Yogurt. So pit stop only loses you around 5 seconds around here. 5-6 seconds, as now Wesley has timed that to perfection, so he stays ahead of LR Yogurt, but then also has a massive gap to Short, so he can push into that gap. And then I believe Short, unless he's got a different strategy in mind, may have to just cover for that and pit this lap then, because I believe Wesley has now got the real upper hand in this situation with 28 minutes to go in this race then. There's still so much to play for. We've only maths. I'm trying to use some maths here. Well, 28:40. Yes, let's try and single that down. So that's 7/10 of the race still to go. Then look at me. I'm using all my quick math skills. That got me a level 7 in my maths at the moment. So level 7 is an A, by the way, because I'm really cool like that. But anyway, we're going to stop talking about my mock GCSE grades, and RLH Short does pop into the pits then. Where will he pop out? Where will he end in this situation? Will it be behind Bruma? Will it be behind all these lot? We're going to have to look out of the pits. Where is Bruma? I believe Bruma will be the person to really look out for in this situation. Bruma now coming out around this corner then. Where is... There he is. Look at that. RLH Short really has timed that to perfection as well to get himself in a little bit of a gap, as Bruma actually going for the fastest laps of the race so far. Good first sector as he does run wide, as I do say that. I just go and completely jinx him. But Bruma now, with a 5/10 penalty for running wide there, you can easily dissipate that through the next few corners. So 5/10 penalties mean absolutely nothing around this track, I've come to believe, as just lift off around one of these corners and you're absolutely fine. As Short has a bit of a touch with the curb and has to really fight the car through it, as now through the next few corners. The number 77 car is really battling, riding that curb to the absolute maximum, and now breaking down into the next few corners for these three. It's now become to a bit of a trio between Fretty, Short and Bruma, with Yogurt in the mix as well. Yogurt, he was ahead and now he's behind now, but he does have fresher tyres, so this could become vital at the end of the race. And there's already blue flags as Fretty enters the pits. As I believe Black Mamba, look, I don't know why there's blue flags. Is that Wesley there? Like, why are there blue flags? I have no clue why there's blue flags. There should not be blue flags. Oh, Black Mamba's a lap. He's a lap and a half down. What's happened to Black Mamba? Oh, because that spin. So Black Mamba's a lap down on Bogorovsky. So he's going to have to really put in an effort. He's been skiing, and that's not an excuse, Black Mamba. You really need to pick up your game. As Schmidt has gone and set a fast lap while I'm talking about this little battle. And look at this, Black Mamba trying to unlap himself and get himself within a chance of maybe not coming last. That's why there's blue flags on display, as Black Mamba is trying to get a move on Bogorovsky. And down into turn 1, that does look like a completed move, even though Bogorovsky's still there. He battles Black Mamba, and it looks like at the moment he's just going to have to stay in behind. He's not, I don't know why he's even battling that. He's a lap ahead, He knows Black Mamba's a bit quicker at the moment, so just let him fly off and catch a bit of his slipstream. That would be my my inspirational talk. But now I see down to turn 1 some action occurring as someone from Gavin and Stacey may say, what's occurring? If you know Gavin and Stacey, that'll be a perfect reference to use for anyone who doesn't know Gavin and Stacey. You have no clue what I'm talking about, and I only feel sympathy for you. But anyway, guys, as we now fly through towards the middle of lap 12 as we reach the middle sector, as LR Yoga is now really getting on the back. And look at that, he's pulling to the outside there. Is Yoga, he can't go around the outside, can he? He's looking for it, and he's gone onto the marbles. He's going to have to stay in behind at the moment. But brave, bold move to try for it, as LR Yoga really putting down the gas pedal as he wants to get closer and closer. He hits the back of Boomer there, as this could be a move sooner rather than later, as he looks like he's kind of eyeing up a move maybe down to turn 1 or maybe into the final corner actually of Jun Chao. But now just right on board with the driver. Oh, look, they must have contact. They must have had contact. Was there contact? There wasn't any contact on my screen, but there must have been some contact. I need to hear out for contact, so I'll just be silent for a few seconds. There must have been contact. It's like contact. That is honestly the worst thing that can happen. I don't think that LR Yoga was responsible for that. I think that's just lag. Oh, hello. I saw side by side. And let's have a look at that. Let's review that, shall we? We see Phil and Nika. Let's have a look at that then, because that looks like the only real battle at the moment happening on track. As I saw someone around actually. Hope that's not Black Mamba. And down to on. Phil looked like he was going for it. He did go for it, and yeah, he had to stay in behind for that moment in time. Sadly, he could not get that move done there. But Phil still on the back of Nika. Nika making some very good progress as now just trying to basically take every position which people don't want. As Black Mamba seems to be right behind Bogorovsky once again. These two in a little battle of their own, even though Black Mamba's a lap down. As Bogorovsky's completely missed the corner there, and I expect him to get some kind of penalty. He only gets a 1 second penalty. That's generous from the polyphony gods. As now everyone you can see on the track is kind of mildly spread out now, as Wesley looks like he's once again the king of Brazil. I believe I've seen him win here before as well, so I'm not surprised if he does take the win here today then. But only the just over half of the race to go, so a lot of time for a lot of stuff to happen. Wesley get punted off as someone just exited the pit set. That's GR Nika heading out the pit set. As we hear a bit of a turbo, I do believe, a bit of turbo. Just showing the breed of this car off perfectly. The Toyota hybrid car from the LMP1 series. So then GR Nika coming around now the next few corners, as Wesley at the moment 6.9 seconds, 6.7 seconds behind, ahead, sorry, of Short. Looks like he's wanting to close that gap. He's pushing that car to the limit, but make sure you don't push it too much. Otherwise, you could be in for a bit of a battering in terms of either your tyres or you running completely wide and losing all the time that you've gained. So you got to be careful with these things. You just can't be too safe. As a 6.8 second gap at the moment in for the lead. There's Schmidt at the moment with that fastest lap of the race. Short at the moment, flying around with Yoga in behind, and at the moment it's all looking like you can even have an ad break here and talk about, I don't know, some RLH F1 coming back at the end of January to a league near you. To a league close to your ability, whatever you want to say. As Arizona now pops out of the pits in P7. Is Schmidt close? Schmidt is close. That is close. Yep. Is Schmidt close? I think that's a definition of close. I don't think you could get any closer coming out of those pits then. as Schmidt pops himself up into P7. What are those tyres looking like? So they look worn. I think that's the only thing I can really say about them. Worn. So is this a time where the likes of Wesley will come in for their second pit stop? Because it's around that 20-minute mark. Will this be pit stop time? I predicted that to absolute perfection. Call me Ted Kravitz in the box, because I've just guesstimated when Wesley's going to hop into those pits. He's done with those tyres. He's going to put some new tyres on. He's going to refuel the car a bit. And Bob's your uncle. He's out of the pits. Will he be out of the pits in P1 though? That'd be interesting. No. Short does take it. And where is he? He's coming around this turn 3 now, basically. So he'll be ahead of Yogurt by a considerable amount, as we see Yogurt right there. But now look at that. He's only 1.5 seconds behind Wesley. And I don't believe he'll be able to cause any chaos, considering the life of his tyres. Yeah, they're already reaching a stage where they're going to be around a second slower than the cars ahead of him. So that's not something you really need to worry about at the moment. So at the moment, no real very close gaps at the moment, as we see actually a gap started to close. I haven't seen any second gaps, but just hovering around that second mark at the moment is Phil and Broomer. So Broomer, after that little incident, is holding on to that free TEV penalty at the moment, tried to push, and it's not looking like it's working. Excuse me, I've had a hard day. Guys, I've had to wake up at 6:15 here, so the yawn is excusable, to say the least. As I'm not used to waking up that early in the morning. But anyway, Short now coming out the pits. And where will he pop out? That's the thing. He's going to pop out behind Fretty. Will it be behind Broomer though? We can see Broomer now coming through. It's going to be close between Short and Broomer, to be fair. That's not Short. That's Short. Coming out the pits now. It's going to be very close with Broomer. Look at that, side by side, side by side. That's what you want, side by side. Oh, he's going to be the worst place for Broomer though. He's going to get packed, not Broomer, sorry, Short. He's going to get packed up between Broomer, as he may have just been given a gift. No, he hasn't. As Broomer, once again, I think Short's trying to take advantage of Broomer's penalty here. And he may have to send one on the inside. He's going to play this one safe. Broomer does run out wide. Short with more grip. Easily gets past Broomer there. Oh, they go side by side still. Look at them. Short with more grip though is able to just run past him. And Broomer still looks up the inside. Almost could have been a Hamilton Albon moment there. But Broomer thinks better of that. But can Phil get involved in any kind whatsoever? Broomer's tyres looking a bit beyond their limit. But so are Phil's. Both of their tyres are not looking good for wear. Can Phil do anything before the pits begin, basically? The pit lane opens for these drivers and everything happens. But anyway, through the next corner then, can Phil do anything in terms of trying to get up past GR Broomer then? He's looking, where's he looking for? He's looking maybe to the outside there. He's gone to the inside, maybe to try and tease Broomer a bit, to try and get him to run a bit wide. And that's exactly what he's done. He's run over the same bit of track. Phil's identified where Broomer's weak. And Broomer's run a bit deep into there as Phil's trying to, I don't know, just trying to find any way to get past Broomer, as the 66 car ahead is holding on as Phil's tyres are really at the limit right now. Now going through the next few corners. But anyway, at the moment, let's have a look at Phil. Can he do anything? Can he achieve any higher position? As looks like some cars are in the pits then, as this is the closest gap at the moment on track. I'll be looking out for that P7 battle as well. It looks like it's pretty tight. P8, even P8 and P9. As they're down into turn 1, Phil goes And he's going to have to hold on the moment. P8 and P9 though, looking a bit tasty between Nika and Schmidt. Then Schmidt able to really fight now. Oh, look at that, someone's gone wide. That I didn't see that. Sorry, I was just looking down at my phone. That was, I believe, Black Mamba going wide, so it didn't really matter in terms of the race then. Yeah, it looks like he has gone wide. He has gone wide. Has gone wide. I specialise in the English language, and I can't speak it. As trains are beginning to form then. We do love a train. As Bruma at the front of this train with really worn tyres now. LR Yogurt just trying to find a way past around the outside of Phil. That could be audacious. Phil is running off completely off the track. Like Yogurt wasn't even there. He's gonna be shouting at Phil. Just how can he do that? I may have to actually have a look at a replay of that if I can, because that was a bit mean from Phil there. I like to see him on board. He sees him. He does just squeeze him out of the road. I wouldn't be surprised if a penalty may come Phil's way for that. As Aries Umbra actually able. What's happened to Yogurt? Is Yogurt? What has happened to Yogurt? Where is Yogurt? Has he left? I feel like yeah, Yogurt and Black Mamba have both given up basically. Oh, Aries Umbra! What has happened there? That looks interesting. I want to have a watch of that very quickly. So Bruma and Aries Umbra, as I was just mentioning about Yogurt's maybe retirement from the race. Bruma's run off wide, and Aries Umbra's had to add a bit of a scare there. And now Bruma losing more time still, as now Phil's passed him. Phil's passed him as well. Let's have a look what happened there. So Phil just up the inside of Bruma there. Great move from the Englishman on Bruma there. Up the inside of that. That is not an easy move. So now into the pits, Phil goes. So all that moves done on Bruma really doesn't mean much in the grand scheme of things. He now comes into the pits for the final time with Bruma as well actually. So it kind of does count. It depends who gets out of the pits first. It looks like Phil most probably will have that role covered easily. Yes, he does. As now the top three all have RLH in their name, completely sporting the RLH fan club basically. One of them being, two of them being basically admins. One of them being staff, one of them being an admin, and one of them just being a bit of a legend. And now I see someone else off in the background there. Is that Bogorovsky? No. Alex McMine, it seems like, has just gone off at the back there. We've still got 12 cars circulating well. And Alex gives up on that. I believe his tyres may be beyond their point of destruction basically. As RLH Wesley now coming round for the 22nd time. I said 25 laps. We could be expecting around 30 here, to be fair to you. So now RLH Wesley 14 seconds behind anyone. So now RLH Wesley with that 14-second lead, he looks unstoppable in this race. He's just a bit of a sweat, isn't he? Is what we found out. Aries Umbra, where will he pop out of the pits? I see a bit of a battle going on behind, but I believe he'll just come out just ahead of that battle. And that should be fine for him, as that is Phil and Bruma just behind, 5/10 though. So he's going to get a perfect view of that battle if he wants to have a little look behind himself, as Phil actually maybe wanting a bit of Aries' P6 there. So he's just like, give that back. I want that in my 69 car, my Motus 1 car. As RLH Fretty Short and Wesley, I assume by my calculations, Wesley will be pitting at the end of this lap. by my calculations. As look at that, one of the cars, one of the top 3 does pit, and that's RLH Fretty, who somehow has got himself up into a very respectable P3, P2 even. How is Short's tyres looking? Short definitely will have to pit again. So Fretty's just gonna. I don't know how Fretty's inherited that P2, but fair play to the lad. I don't think I remember seeing the pass, but he's probably gonna hate me if I've missed a pass of his. And he'll probably shout at me for the next 24 hours straight. But at the moment, RLH Short just trying to push on and try and maybe, just maybe, get out ahead of Fretty of the pits. So we've got another comment on the stream, lovely to see. As who's that saying what that is? You'll get I rage quit, mate. Yeah, I'm not surprised. That did not look nice from Phil there. I hope you do better next week. Yeah, it didn't seem nice. As now coming around the next few corners, do the drivers, and yeah, they hate me. It wasn't the best. The fair play. Always, if you believe like you've been wrong done or something, just hit up the stewards and they will sort it completely out. So, personally, I feel like that was a bit harsh as well. But anyway, we need to have a look at RLH Short. Does he pop into? Does Wesley? What did I say? Wesley pits when I tell him to. I have psycho powers. So now, that is a spicy bit of Wesley coming into the pits. Alright, where is Short? Hello, Yorgett has left the room. So Short coming out of the pits. Where's Fretty? Fretty coming around to. This is going to be close, you know. This is going to be very close out of the pits. This is going to be unbelievably close. Look at this. Look at that. Could you get any more close if you asked? Down into the next corner. There are 2/10 between them, with one on one fresher tyres than the other. Is this a battle you want to stay around for? Yes, it is. As RLH Short really is going to be pressing on for that P2. It's an RLH 1, 2, 3 at the moment, but that means absolutely nothing in terms of team and constructor standings. It's just a name at the front. No, it's just a clan tag basically at the front of their names, but obviously it's a league name, but it's basically a clan tag in that terms. As so is GR with P7 and P8, Boomer and Nicker then. As now Short is trying to maybe eye up a move on Fretty. He takes a cautious approach into the final corner. Maybe get a better run now down into turn number 1 there. He's going to have the absolute boss of a slipstream. But will he be close enough to really benefit from that slipstream? It's only around 2/10 of a second. He could send up the inside, but not this time. He's going to be a bit more cautious than that down into turn 1 as he loses the back end just a tiny bit. Has a little bit of a tank slapper there. He won't be enjoying that one in the slightest. But now coming through the next few corners then, RLH Short really trying to make amends up into P2. Started P2 in this race. Wesley starting, I believe, in P3, I do believe, and getting himself up into a very respectable P1 by the end of turn number 4, as he just took advantage of other people's mistakes and was able to really just fly away after that. We knew he was quick in quality, we knew that he was above the rest, but now through the next few corners, what can we expect? So what can Short do now? Can he do anything to maybe, just maybe, get past Fretty? Not only would this be ultimate bragging rights, but it'd be points in the championship that are needed. So yes, it is ultimate bragging rights in the end, as these two definitely talk a bit too much in a different voice, as they sarcastically talk about me. As I really just need to shut up at this point, don't I? Even though I'm a commentator, I should never shut up. I just need to stop going on tangents. But fair play. Round of applause to Schmidt, unsung hero of this race. my driver of the day, most probably, actually, to be fair, even though I have no clue what happened on lap 1. Was it his fault, was it not? But what a recovery so far from him. Aries Umbra. Is that who's that? Is that Bogorovsky? Yeah, it is. Bogorovsky just needs to get out of the way, like, now. Like, Bogorovsky, get out of the way. Aries Umbra is on the leading lap, and Bogorovsky, you are a lap down. So, would you do the kind thing of getting out of his way? As I know you're flashing lights. Hello, Bogorovsky, how are you? And now he's got out of the way at last. So Aries Umbra has been set free, and he's got Schmidt right on his tail. So this could be a bit of a hard thing for... and look at that, Schmidt's in so much newer tyres. So within, I don't know, a lap or two, maybe even this lap, to be fair, it looks like Schmidt's had a good run out of the final corner. He looks close enough for a move. Aries Umbra trying to get out of that slipstream as much as possible, trying to break the toe down into turn 1. Aries Umbra is going to keep at the moment. Around 3 laps to go then of this race, and we're going to get 30 laps. A good showing from these guys. Aries Umbra using all the track, and maybe a bit too much at some points, but Schmidt at the moment trying to hang on as Aries Umbra using all the track he can to break that toe down into turn number 4. Then Aries Umbra just constantly oh, look at that, he may get a 5-10 penalty for that, and if not, Schmidt's got much closer now. Only a tenth between these two drivers then, as we now head into the horseshoe section of things. Turning 8 o'clock any second now. These two drivers are really close to each other. They're touching. They are actually touching. That sounds like it should be in a completely different context, but no, it's not. They're just touching front and rear wheels then, or bumpers, or whatever you want to call them, as dampers, or whatever you want to call them, whatever suits your brain. But this looks like this could be the end of Aries Umbra's P4 then. He runs a bit wide. Schmidt gets a better run, so Schmidt just needs to pick this run. And look at that, Aries Umbra trying to squeeze, but he's got to be safe about this. He's got to make sure he doesn't pick up a penalty. Aries Umbra really trying to cut ahead of Schmidt, and somehow he's completed that. GR Boomer heading into the pits with a short amount left. I have a feeling this was not a planned pit stop for the drivers. Aries Umbra still maintaining hold of that position then. And in behind, it's Phil and Nick, I believe, as well, in a good battle as well. But we need to see this down to turn 4 then. They are side by side. What's going to be the end of this move? Will Schmidt get the move done? Yes, he does. Schmidt, a very good performance from the Roll Centre Racing driver. So making it Roll Centre 3-4 at the moment. And following that, we see Guarana Racing and Motus 1 in behind. And Bruma maybe has to get involved as well, to be fair. Completely new tyres and not enough fuel to go. Can he make a little charge up into P6 maybe? We need to just have a look at his lap time next time round, and maybe he could get another lap done. But Wesley, where's he at the moment? He's going to have time for another lap after this as well, I do believe. I don't know. Oh, someone else has gone for a late pit stop. Timmy the Turtle, as that's Jaden Jack, completely forgetting what's the word? Forgetting what track limits are. As that is Timmy the Turtle coming out of the pit, and yeah, I believe he's on his own. As now, probably one more lap to go for these drivers. RLH Wesley will be able to do one more lap. So this is the penultimate lap on the Grand Prix for Wesley of the endurance race, of the LMP1 race. Then it's been dominant from the Dutch driver, and yeah, 15 seconds really does show. It's almost like a Rosberg 2016 that sometimes, a Vettel 2011, 2013 at some point. But it's been really interesting to watch how this race has developed, with some great battles as well, and one that's just not over yet, as it looks like Nika did get past Phil there. As I didn't pick that up, as unless it's been very recent. Yeah, it's just been done. Yeah, it's just done down to turn 4. I could pick that up just. So it looks like Phil must have had a bad run, and he's been able to get onto the back of it. But look at that. What did I say? GR Boomer, within a lap, has already got onto the back of them, and I expect up the hill. Oh, look at that. Phil's just run wide. Phil's obviously got no traction left in that car, and has completely lost the chance of any P7 or P6. Nick has also run wide as the two GR boys, 6th and 7th at the moment. The two Guarana Racing boys, they'll get another lap in. They will get another lap in. As there's blue flags, blue flags, blue flags. As it doesn't really matter at the moment. But Bruma and Nika will get to start another lap. Phil is trying to slow down so he doesn't have to do another lap. Unless he's run out of fuel. I think he's just waiting. Yeah, he is. So Phil will be the first person to finish up to the line. There he goes. And we'll finish in P8 then. As no, Phil's got to do another lap. I swear. Phil, you got another lap, mate. Oh, what is he doing? He's completely forgot. Wesley hasn't finished the race. Phil's just completely screwed up. But now Wesley, up to the line, is going to take home the win today. A very dominant drive from the Dutchman. Look at that. That's some drifting over the line. You can see some drift marks there. Great result from the Dutch driver. I can say nothing but well done. As Phil has just gone, oh God, he's had to do another lap, hasn't he? As Freddie up to the line, will take home P2. A good performance from him. And RLH Short will take P3. But so far, I've got to give him driver of the day. To be fair, outstanding to get himself back up into P4. I don't know what was up with his strategy, but fair play to Schmidt there. Gets himself into P4. My driver of the day then. Aries Umbra taking over a very respectable P5. Followed by GR Bruma, only 3 seconds behind in the end. Good result. P7, GR Necker. And then Phil is the only one, I believe, left to finish, except for Alex McMine. Up to the line then for him. And then it's only Phil to finish then. And then I don't think I actually finished in time. So Phil finishes in 8th. So it goes Wesley, Freddie, Short, Schmidt, Aries Umbra, Bruma, Nika, Phil, Janechak, Timmy the Turtle, Alex McMine, Bogorowski to finish your list. So congratulations to RLH Wesley then, taking home a dominant win today. After lap 1 he was already at the top, and from there he just pulled away, and a great race from him then. As I see a car sliding, as I wonder if there's a GT Sport party. If there is, I shall happily join it, but just going to wait and see. I see a 7-man party, and I'm going to join it. I see people in this party. I see RLH Wesley in this party. He is in this party, but I don't see P2 or P4. Hello, Wesley. Where is the Wesley? He's not loading in for me. Wesley! Hello. Hello. Why does your voice take about 7 years to load in?
I have no clue.
Okay, don't worry. Well done on the race win today.
Oh my god. Really?
No.
Sorry.
It's on the stream, isn't it?
Sorry.
Who was that?
Who do you think?
Phil.
Was that Phil?
Yeah, it's always
Yeah.
Phil.
Sorry.
It's him who was swearing last race.
God's sake, Phil.
Were I swearing last race?
You were like
so, when
having
he
a
joined.
domestic
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
with the
Yeah,
boy
like,
that
mute
was
him,
like-
just
Crack
mute him.
on, Wesley.
Sorry. Mute me if you want.
No. Wesley, do you want to just give a quick summary of that race?
Nice start. Nice start. Overtook Shaw, the Joker there. From there on, had the perfect strategy. And it all played out beautifully.
It was pretty beautiful, not gonna lie. As 15 seconds, you can't say that just wasn't dominant. That was a dominant performance from the end of lap 1 basically, and no one could really topple you from there. I've got to respect you all there, Shaw, Wesley, and then the Yogurt as well. 100th separating the top 3. That is mad. I've never seen that. 100.
That was so close.
The only time I think I've ever seen closer was when in actual F1, I believe it was Jerez, when who was it, Frenson, I don't know the other two.
Villeneuve,
Schumacher.
Yeah, Villeneuve, Schumacher. got all the exact same time, and it was all done by the first person to cross the line. So fair play on that one. And anything else to add, Wesley?
Not really.
Guarana!
I had a Guarana win! The first win in the LMP1! For me
Juan.
then. LMP1.
Juan. But anyway, let's get up the race results. Freddy.
Hello, spaghetti.
Hello. Review, please. Thanks.
Sorry, what?
Can you give me a review?
Oh, sorry, I can't understand your, yeah.
Speech impediment.
Yeah, that. Yeah, qualifying's still a bit of an issue. Gained some place at the first corner again. I think, yeah, Wesley in clear out of the three stop works. Where I had to stretch the first stint. Until I don't know why he ended up leaving, but I think we'd cleared Yoggett anyway. Short, turn your play back off. I don't know why he ended up leaving, but I think
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ. Well, listen to me twice then.
Once is enough.
Yeah. So I think I'd cleared Yoggett, and then it was pretty tight with short. I think I'd have been able to hold him off as I was running the softs, so short would have run out of tyres on supers. But then he went off anyway. It's just cruising around behind Wesley, really. So yeah, it's a decent race.
Yeah, it was pretty decent, wasn't it? It was decent. As went up
You
for
young'uns would say.
I would never say the word decent. Just to let you
Well,
know.
you just did.
Yeah, but I just said it ironically.
Hmm.
It's like nothing on TikTok.
I've never ever said the word decent before that.
When's your
Anyway.
next TikTok out, Spag?
Oh, God. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Do I want to know? Probably not.
You need to up
and-
your game.
Huh? Yeah, I know. I need to. One of my mates got 250k views, and I'm here on a K. But
Is
anyway,
this still on
Pretty
the stream?
relevant.
yes, it
Yes,
is
it
still
is.
on
This
the
is still on
stream.
the stream. Let's leave it.
I'm sorry. Who actually watches the podium interviews?
Me.
Short.
Sure. Hello, Short. How are you? What a way to go on to P3 then. How was your race?
I mean, good, great qualifying with the top three separated by 100th of a second.
already mentioned this.
He would know this if he didn't leave the party right before the race.
Yeah, short boy.
Yeah, it was a good race. I didn't expect Wesley to do the 3-stop. I expected to do a 2-stop. So it sort of threw me when he went into the pits before me. I was considering still doing the 2-stop, but then he came out 2 seconds behind me. So I thought, okay, I've just got to follow him. Obviously, came out just behind Fred at the end, was catching him. We got really close, and I bottled it.
That's just what we love to see, isn't
I would
it?
Final
just like
corner,
to point
just-
out that the first race everyone jumps on my 3-stop, and I jumped them with a 2-stop. You're welcome, Short.
Yeah, thank you. The 2-stop was. I reckon the 3-stop would have been. Well, it was only 3/10 difference when I came out behind Fretty, so it could have been a viable option to go for the 2-stop, but yeah,
but
3-stop would
I
have
was like
worked.
6 seconds behind you in the first stint.
Yeah, but
Can I ask Phil a question? Is Phil still here? Is Phil still?
I'm here.
Yes, Phil.
Phil.
Do you know LR Yogurt exists?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't look like you did.
I think most people know he exists after that race.
He were on the outside. I squeezed him wide.
Squeeze him onto the grass.
Yeah.
He's fired Bruno
I had
onto the grass.
I had the
Don't worry
inside
about that.
line.
Oh no. By the way, Bruma, that from what I see was lag.
No, it wasn't.
Well, it was because there was no contact.
We will review it.
there was no contact on Yokum's screen apparently.
Yeah.
He's messaged me a whole.
We shall
load
review
of
after
messages.
this.
Head down.
It will be reviewed.
Head down. We shall be.
And I got took up the arse and all. Shame.
Oh, but you can't blame me, the guy who's folded it, you already know. Did you see that trade? Did you catch that?
Shane, just before I end the stream, you are my driver of the day. Don't know what happened lap 1, but somehow you got back up into P4. So
he ported it on his own.
You take me out.
No. I get hit going into turn 1. Okay, and then I bottled it on my own. But firstly, I got hit going into turn 1.
How much you paying Spaggy?
I didn't take you out. Bruma took you out.
Lap 4. Lap 4 you've been that.
Bruma me, and I was just a passenger.
20 notes here or something.
You know this. You're just making me look bad on the stream.
No, Shane already took me out, so it's okay.
Oh, that actually happened. Yeah, my bad. That was my fault. I misjudged that speed. And, yeah.
Right, I'm gonna leave the stream here. Yeah. Does anyone want to say bye?